And welcome back to another BobBlast. Hi, I'm Bob Burridge, and this one is about a workshop that I'm doing here in my studio right now. Behind these doors here are about 7 creative, very energetic artists who've been here early this morning. They paint like 10 o'clock at night, and I get to go in there and paint all day long along with them. It's a mentor workshop, so I'm not really teaching. Everybody comes with their own projects and they're working on their own stuff, and I get to work on my stuff too, which is kind of great. And so we've become a family. They actually meet here on a regular basis annually, which is pretty great, from all over the world. I'm about to go in there and do some painting also, and let's go meet them. And so this is Lorraine. She's been coming here for many years. We've been together painting for years. And because, first of all, I love her work. She knows how to draw and paint, which she inspires us all. She's original, and her colors are different and original more than anybody I've ever seen, and she still shows up here. So Lorraine, I love this piece. It has almost has a kind of a quality of candy or something like that, but I'll be quiet. I'd much rather have Lorraine talk about it.
It's just started with an abstract drawing in charcoal, and these 3 small pieces of watercolor paper just put together, so it's a triptych. And didn't want to do just individual small ones, but I thought I'll put them together for one long one. And I'd like to show something else that I've been working on too that I'm pretty proud of. Is that this is our granddaughter, Taylor, and it's just a moment when I thought she looked so kind of pensive and thoughtful, and so I like what I'm doing here. Thank you.
So, not only just abstract painting and photorealism, look at all the different talent we surround ourselves with. Everyone in this workshop is completely self-motivated, self-started, and they do their own thing. It doesn't matter how well established you are as a painter. You just have to want to love to paint. It's as simple as that. And we all love the fact that we all love to paint, and we're all helping each other. It's not just me. You know, just because I'm here, it just means that I just made more mistakes than everybody else. So the whole point here is that we're all together here. We're all coming from different angles, different parts of the world, and different qualities of craftsmanship. And I love the fact that Lorraine here is a good example of showing you the abstract and also the photorealism. Pretty amazing, isn't it? All under one roof for about 4 days. All right. This is our other painter friend, Judy, who's been coming here for many years. And sometimes she does the figures, and sometimes she does symbolism and spiritual kinds of paintings. So, Judy.
Right now, she doesn't know what the heck she's doing.
But
that's okay.
She's in the right place then. I mean, if she doesn't know what she's doing, that's 2 of us right here. But the point is, she showed up, and she shows up every day. And she's been doing this for several years and creating wonderful pieces because this is a very creative place and very safe place to come here and make a complete fool of yourself.
That's true. I've done that many times.
Yeah, she's really good at it.
I've done it in Italy, the Bahamas, Costa Rica.
That's true. What she's saying, she's traveled with us and all those other...
we love you, Judy.
Wonderfully. Thanks, Judy. Thanks. And now this is Nancy. This is another one of my favorite painters to be around me. She's been with me for about 12 years, and she still keeps coming back.
Oh, yes.
So why don't you tell them about what this is?
I'm doing figures, groups of figures. I'm doing, these girls are going to be like at a summit at the park conversing, and I love coming here.
And by the way, she makes it all up, and that's one of the things that's so wonderful here is that we have no references, and we just come here and paint the way we've always wanted to paint. I mean,
Yes,
that's the way it's
yes.
been going on.
Oh,
And so
yes. Super fun.
So I give them permission, as they say, to paint the way they've always wanted to paint.
It's super safe.
And super safe. That's very nice. We're out here in the
Yeah.
country, chickens running around.
Yeah.
So this is Nancy, by the way. And here's another one of our favorite painters. His name is Chris. We finally got a guy in here, right? And one of the things that's really nice about what Chris does, he paints things that are close to his heart. It's his children. Oh my gosh, wait till you see these paintings that Chris does. And he basically, quite frankly, just started really seriously painting about 4 years ago. But he's been painting a lot, and that's the secret right there.
A lot.
Everybody, a lot. He can't say enough about a lot. For imagine how much better you can become a painter and closer to your heart when you paint a lot and things that are important to you. So one of the things, one of his many subjects are certainly his children, and you can see behind him. I'll let him talk about them.
Yeah.
So this is not one of my children. I thought it was a funky photo, so it was just fun, and I got to play around with the colors and just the composition and the negative space. Really loved. I wanted this to pop, so that's why I picked this kind of peachy orange color. These two are this is my oldest, she's 8, and this one is my youngest, she's 5. And I really feel like I like to capture the essence, or the emotion of people, not just the features, not just the facial features. So I'm trying to be a little bit more loose and abstract, and with these hot colors, and it's just been really fun to loosen up here.
And so now we have Julie, and she's been here painting for 3 days now so far. It probably sounds like 3 years, but she's been doing landscapes and beautiful princesses. And today it looks like it's kind of a beautiful forest. And why don't you tell us about it?
I started out with, I attempted abstract, and it just turned into something a little bit more. As I was wiping it down to try to do something else, it turned out into a little bit more trees. So I went with it.
And that's one of the nice things about this. If the painting starts to take over, you go with it. You don't fight it. And that's why this has turned out so beautiful. This is kind of a monochromatic green, has this kind of a forest, maybe in another country type of a place that has those wonderful trees, out there in Africa. So I love the fact that she started out abstract, which means loose, and then the painting started to develop and paint itself. So thank you, Julie. It's so great to have you here in this workshop.
Wait a minute, there we go.
This is Arlene. She's not in the right mind right now. She's gluing napkins on top of her paintings. I think she's self-medicating herself right now. But she's one of our more creative collage artists, and she loves to add things like pearls, like real pearls, to her paintings. And dead animals and things like that. But she always has a really strong theme, and this is Arlene. I'll let her talk. All right.
Hi. So the reason I'm covering her face is because I've been spending 3 days working on faces, and I just can't get them. So,
Get rid of the face.
Get rid of the face, yes. I think I'm going to put a mask on her. Bob says sunglasses. If you can't get the eyes, put sunglasses. So I figure if I put sunglasses and then a COVID mask, all I have to do is put the hair in. I've got it.
I think she does have it. She's very contemporary, and this is what we like to have her here in the workshop. She inspires us to be a little bit, push it a little bit further. I mean, yeah, she has the roller derby girl here and all that stuff, but to push it a little bit further with the mask and the sunglasses. And that's what makes her so unique. She has a strong voice, and that's so important in your own work.
Right.
So I really appreciate you being here.
Go Arlene.
Go out there, Do something nobody else does.
Ah, there you go.
Make your art unique.
Speaking of not being like anybody else, let me introduce you to the other male that's here in this party. And this is my other good friend who's been a very famous artist, you know, in all the big shows, and his name is Robin, and he's been coming here with me, and I throw paint at him, and he throws paint at me, and you'll see the paint behind him. It's absolutely a mess. But he's going to pull it out, and I'll let him talk about his process on doing abstract painting.
So this is a part of a series that I started at the beginning of the pandemic because everyone was going crazy, including myself. And so I gave myself an assignment, which was make 100 portraits. And so I'm up to about 85 right now. This is going to be 86. And they keep getting weirder. And this is a double portrait. Here's my two subjects eventually. I'll lay them in now. And I put these other collage elements in to double the idea of portraiture and have them all, I'm going to obfuscate them as I go along. But anyway, I like making paintings with as simple a brushwork as I can and as simple a composition as I can, which actually isn't that simple. Takes a long time, doesn't it, Bob?
I know, but that's why we do this in like 3 or 4 days.
Here's what I'm going to do for the faces here. And I like that that's so simple. 2 lines make a face. And I'm trying to do that kind of thing throughout the rest of the painting. We'll see where it goes. Right? Super. Right, Bob? We'll see where it goes.
Well, he says we'll see where it goes. Let me tell you, they always end up completely different from what you see right now. And we're here to support each other, and we see how our paintings develop and evolved, really. And it's really a real positive kind of environment to have this many painters who know how to paint and love to paint or want to be painters. So we bring in all kinds of different levels, whether you've been painting for a long time or you're brand new. We love them. And
we do.
The support here is amazing. We bring lunches in here, and we have dinners together sometimes. It's great. And it's just a simple little studio with nothing else in here but just us and bare walls. It's a great time to be here. So I really appreciate my students. They're not my students. They're painters who happen to show up here. I got to call them something. So these are the people that surround me, to help support me, and we support each other. And that's why we're all going to be successful in what we're doing. Thanks again for watching this BobBlast. I'll see you on the next one.